Hey guys, how you doing everybody? Welcome to Dr. Crypto. I'm back of course with Bitcoin price analysis. I have a lot to talk about, a lot's going on. A little bit in the past, let's say for 12 hours it was quite calm, but I think in these 4 hours we're gonna have the big moves coming in. So make sure you stay with me in this video, and if you got time, watch it until the end. And of course, if you enjoy, like the video, subscribe to the channel as a support for the channel. I appreciate that. So guys, what is happening with Bitcoin? Now yesterday, everybody, including myself, was kind of waiting for a big drop to the downside. And why was that? Because I just have to put this line again. I remove it because I have a lot of line. This area, okay, of support on this line was broken. Okay, we had a lot of touch, 1 2 3 4 5, a lot of touch we have had, and it was finally broken to the downside. But it turned out to be the fake breakout. The thing is, we had an other very kinda scary pattern, a big head and shoulder, which I actually didn't see many talking about. I just only saw in one of the channel they are talking about this. It just came to my attention like when we were hovering in these areas, and I saw this head and shoulder is taking form. And of course, head and shoulder was a bearish pattern. It is a bearish pattern, and we were expecting after this breakout, because we not only broke this very important support line, but also we could say that we broke the neckline of the head and shoulder, and we were dropping. Of course, it was kinda scary, and like probably a lot of short contracts was in. But what happened? We saw a support, a very good support on this line. What is this line? Is basically the line that started to support us at the sharp drop starting from 42,000, and then we had quite some touch after we broke this support line, and it shoot us up to the level that we are hovering at the moment, above 48,000. We were actually near 49,000. Now guys, what is happening? This was the bearish scenario that didn't really play out. Well, not necessarily it will not, I'm not saying it will not play out anymore, but at this moment, the head and shoulder, I would say, is invalidated for this moment. Or you could maybe still argue that we are retesting the neckline, but I don't think so, because we are higher than the neckline at the moment. Now guys, if you are following me in Twitter, make sure you follow me in Twitter, because I tweet so often. It's much easier to share the ideas with you. So give me, link in the description down below. Make sure you give me a follow on Twitter, because I have much more, it's easier to just post the picture of the pattern and like share video. Guys, the thing was that we were pumping, right? We were pumping to 48,700-ish. And then what was very interesting, guys, let me remove this line. Sorry for the mess in here, but I like trying to find a pattern to share with you guys. Now, was the very nice, I would call it bull flag, okay? It is a bull flag. We cannot call it bear flag. We are coming from down, and now we're consolidating here. Ultimately, look, we were coming down, up, and then consolidating, and the bull flag usually have to break to the upside. The thing is, of course, we are in a downtrend. We have a lot of resistance above us. When you look at this, is a 15-minute time frame, but of course we have hourly, 4 hours, daily, and in all of them we are still bearish. Only the most important and actually the most exciting is in the matter of weekly, we are still bullish. If you look at the weekly, I'm just want to share with you very quick so you understand what I'm saying. Look at this, all moving averages. Nothing has happened. Of course, we are dropping, but still we are above the 20 moving average. But we touched the 50 and we are still above it. Now, this tells us in the long term, we are still bullish, as we were at the worst case scenario when we were hovering around 30,000 for 2 months. Now guys, what I want to show you, let's just go to the immediate short-term pattern, 15 minutes or like 15 minute, 30 minute over, not a big deal. They are almost the same. Now I wanted to share with you this bull flag. This bull flag actually, I need to remove this marker. This bull flag actually played out a little bit today. This is what I'm talking about, okay? This was the bull flag. it broke up. I tweeted actually the target for this bull trap obviously was 49,000, around 200, 250. We didn't get there. Why? Because of course we have this resistance, a very big one above us. What is this? This is the triangle I just made, and I believe after we broke up, look, this is the one that I put here, from starting from 57,000, 58,000, dropping all the way to 42,000, and from that time we are still inside this pattern. Yes, you can call it as a bear flag, but it has to break and play out. If it break to the downside and become, which is actually obviously, if you tell me it should be a bear flag rather than a bull flag, I would completely respect that idea, because we are in the downtrend and we break to the downside since long time already, in a month. Now, yes, normally it tends to break to the downside, but not necessarily. It could be the bottom for real and we could start pumping toward the upside. Now guys, that's why we got a hard rejection exactly on the line, and now we are actually back and retesting some level in the previous bull flag that we managed to broke up. Guys, the thing that I'm seeing beautifully here is this the downtrend line, okay, this bottom trend line of the bull flag, which is supporting us. Imagine, if you are a bull, if you like to hear about bull scenarios, imagine this line just provide us the support, as this line which we were touching it, finally gave up and pumped to the upside. And of course, if we call it a bull flag, which it is a bull flag, unless the sell pressure of, because we are in the short-term bear market, then maybe it pushes us down. That's a possibility. But as you can see, we got how many times supported beautifully on the line, okay? And now this is just started, the new 4 hours, and I can promise that these 4 hours that just started, the candle will be exciting, will not be so boring, because since 12 hours ago we were actually trapped in this bull flag, and in this area we were not doing much. A little bit we moved to the upside in here, but we got rejection, because this is the very important resistance. And if we manage to break, which I am confident we will break it, not a financial advice, but I feel good about it, and I feel that we're gonna finally break this. If we're gonna break this, guys, I don't like to measure the target. We had one touch to the upside, we had a couple of touch to the downside. We don't have many of touch to the up, but it doesn't mean that this pattern is not valid. And if we really break, of course, I don't wanna just measure the target, because it's hard to believe, because the target will be back to toward like about 50, near 60,000. So let's forget about that at the moment. But the thing I would like to see that again, as we are bouncing a 15-minute, like we got supported right in here, and we are bouncing, we are out of the bull flag. It could be finally, let's say we were breaking up and we retested it successfully, and now we're breaking up. Of course, the moving averages are in. I'm looking at 20, 50, 100 and 200, which I believe, and they are actually crossing each other in 15 minutes. Like, we cannot say, oh, they are crossing and this is a buy signal or something. Still, in hourly, they are getting closer to each other. The moving average have to cross finally, because we are absolutely under them in the matter of from hourly to daily. So we have a long way to go. But guys, this one now is pumping. Finger crossed. Maybe I believe that it will get to this retest this line again, and I think as soon as we break it, the volume will jump it. Of course, if we have the volume and we go up, I believe we're gonna have another bull flag before we could go higher potentially, or we come down, retest this line, maybe a fake breakout under it, or maybe retest, fail, break, and continue to downside. So there are possibilities. I cannot tell you for sure where we're going. What I can tell you from what I feel, I take the bull side. I believe that we are going to see higher prices coming, today, tomorrow, during these next days, and I'm very confident about it. But of course, this is just feeling, because when you look at the chart, as I was explaining to you, we have possibilities to the other upside, we have possibility to the other downside, we have consolidation. You shouldn't get mad at me if I cannot tell you that however it's gonna be going. But in a short term, we are bullish. I mean, in very short term, very short term. Just exactly know that I'm talking to you, because we are breaking this loose bull flag. We are going to probably retest this now and see what's happened. If we break this one, also we are getting even better, more bullish. But in general, looking at the market in any time frame from daily and under that, we are in the bear market. The good news still in the longer time frame, which is weekly, we are still not in a bear market. That's all I wanted to share. But Bitcoin dominance, this is DXY that hopefully will fail. It's broke up. I told you about it. You can go back and watch my video. Not necessarily, just broke up, which is good for DXY, but I don't think it will just continue breaking to the upside. I don't really think it was, I mean, too much upside for DXY. I think it's going to be heading back down. But anyways, regardless of that, Bitcoin dominance, look, this is Bitcoin dominance against all of the alt markets, and we are also got support in here. Bitcoin dominance today still is in the red. We went down, we are coming back up. I think Bitcoin dominance is increasing. If of course we break the line and we fall below 40% of Bitcoin dominance, it's gonna be a great news for altcoins. Except if Bitcoin crash. I mean, not crash as on that kind of crash you think, but if Bitcoin continue to down, nothing can survive. But the thing is, we are actually getting a higher low in Bitcoin dominance, and we are heading to the upside. That's why I'm bullish more in Bitcoin than altcoin. And I said, of course, in my Twitter as well, unless we break down 40% and under that, we're gonna be turning bearish on Bitcoin. Guys, I am bullish for the next 4 hours. Okay, not a financial advice. You have to think yourself. If you know charting, you have to put up your chart and decide yourself. But I feel good about it. Let's see where it's gonna take us. Let's see. Unless, I can tell you, I will flip again bearish for the very immediate short term. I lose my hopes again if we break this trend line. We are very close to it. I mean, a whisk under it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean so much if it just come quick and go back up. But if it goes and keep going down and fails to come back above it, yes, I will probably be concerned. And again, looking for downside movement. That's all I got. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate that. Have a good one. I'm out.